So in the last video, we saw an example of Redux.JS toolkit usage. Today we will be working on another example of the Redux.JS toolkit. Today we will be creating a similar example where we will be changing the name displayed in our application on the on click of a function, and there will be a button. So whenever we click on that button, the name is going to be changed. So for this, let us get started. We are first going to create a new file in the components folder, and I will name it user slice user_slice.js. So here I'm going to import the create slice from Redux.JS toolkit. Now we will export const user slice and assign it to create slice. So here first of all we are going to set the name to user, the initial state to user. Initially the user is null. So we can add more properties here, like let us mention the, you can also mention the ID here, username, username is assigned to and let us set the username also to null initially. Maybe it will be complex, so let us keep it simple. We'll just have one property. So after initial state we will be defining our reducers. The reducers will be taking the state as the argument, and here we will set the state dot user to JASACADAMY. So this is what we are going to change whenever we click on, okay, in the reducers we are going to have a function that is set name, and then we will add state where the state.user is going to change to this particular name. Now we will export const set name and assign it to user slice dot actions. We will also export const selector, not selector, select user. This is going to take the state and it will return state dot user dot user. Lastly, export default user slice dot reducers, not reducers, reducer. So after creating this file, we will go to our app.js and we will make some changes here. So I am going to import provider from React Redux. Along with that, we are also going to have use dispatch and use selector. And after this, we will be importing two more functions, that is select user, and along with that set name from userslice.js. Now we will create our const dispatch and assign it to use dispatch. Use dispatch and const user is assigned to use selector, and we will pass select user as the argument here. Now we will be writing the handle click function which is going to handle our button. So for that, const handle click here we are going to dispatch set name. So as soon as the button is clicked, we want the name to be changed, and we will also add a console dot log statement with, let us say, name changed. So this is our handle click and user. Now we'll be using this inside the return. So here first of all, in an h1 we will be saying hello to the current user, and then in a p tag we will say click on the button to change the user to change the user. And now we will add our button. So in this button we will have an on click function. This on click is going to call handle click, and the name of our button is change name. This is going to work only once, that is we are just going to change the name from null value to the whatever we have set the name here in the user slice. So for example, I have set to JASACADAMY. If you want to set it to something else, then you will have to set it to that, but it will be changing only once. That is, you will have to reload the page to change it again. Now after app.js, we are going to index.js, and so here the things are same. We haven't created a store right now, so inside my components I'm going to create a store.js file, and here we will import configure store, which is the part of Redux.js toolkit. Next we are going to import user reducer from user slice. So inside user slice we have user reducer. Now we will export default configure store. So we can also directly assign it. We do not have to always write some name. In the previous videos we used to write some name and then assign it to like const use reducer or something, and then assign it to configure store. So here we can do it directly also, export default configure store, and here we will just add the reducer value. So this is going to take user assigned to user reducer. Now we go to the index.js file and we will import this. So import store from components slash store. Rest things are going to remain same. The provider has been called and the store is set to the store, and we are saving all our files now, and we will see what output we get. So now let us inspect the output. We have used the Redux.js toolkit a lot of times before, but we made a separate video on this because this is an important topic to cover and you should understand some of the more features of this. So for that you can read if you want to. So as our output says hello, and initially the user is set to null, and we are getting the p tag, and we also have a console.log statement. So let us inspect and go to the console. So the console is clear right now, and if I click on the change name, so it changes to hello JASACADAMY and name changed. We can also set a different uh, initial state for the user. That is, if I want initially the user to be say hello world, and if I save this, So hello world. And if now I click on change name, so again I'm getting hello JAS Academy. And you can see that the name is being changed to JAS Academy, and this console.log statement is repeating itself. That is, this is not re-rendering. It is checking for the same state and then it is going to give the output. So that was it for today's video. Do like our video, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next video.